Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to episode 5 of Flipping PCs Until I Buy My Dream Car. So since the last episode, there has been a few things that has went on. I have sold 2 computers. I've actually built 4 more that I still have listed, looking to sell them and everything. So I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys about those for a little bit. I actually got a few more parts as well and waiting for some extra parts for more builds. But for now, this is going to be a shorter episode just because there's not as much stuff that I've done over the past week. It's more just been selling 2 PCs, building a few more, kind of just waiting. The market seems to have slowed down a little bit as I've not gotten as many clicks on any of my listings that I've posted, so I might have to change my approach a little bit, take some more pictures of the actual computers and see if I can sell them hopefully by the end of the week, maybe the end of next week. So yeah, I'm real quick going to show you the PCs that I built, just kind of show you them a little bit, show you some of the extra parts that I got, and then have a little bit of montage of some PCs that I was building and some of the parts, and also talk about the 2 PCs I sold and the total profit that we are at currently. So let's get into that. Alright, so over here, I actually have all of the computers that I have built and I have listed. Well, actually, I have not listed all of them, but I've listed a good amount of them. So there's 4 right here, 1 right there. I'll talk about this one last because this is my old computer and I'm not really counting as my profit, but I'm still going to go over just because I'm actually selling it. So I do not really have much room to show you, but I'll pop up pictures of the listings. So the first one will be this one. It has a Ryzen 5 3600 GTX 1660 Super, looking pretty solid. I'll pop up the parts list as well so you can see all of that. And then looking over here, we actually have another PC build with a Ryzen 5 2600 and a GTX 1660 Super as well. Just a single fan, but it's in the Okinos Aqua. And these 2 I currently have listed on Facebook Marketplace as well as that one, but I'll talk about that later. Like I said, these 2 I do not have listed yet as I just finished building them literally in the past day, but I'm going to get pictures soon and then have them listed. This one's basically the exact same PC as this one, but just white. Has a Ryzen 5 3600 GTX 1660 Super. I actually painted the top of the 1660 Super white, and all of the fans are white and everything, so it looks pretty solid. And then this one here is a Ryzen 5 2600 and GTX 1660 Super. I used the last of my 1660 Supers, so these all 4 have 1660 Supers in them. This one's just all white as well in the DIY PC Q3 V2 in white. As you can see, it looks pretty solid. And then going over here, ignore this on top. This is just some extra motherboard I have that I'm probably going to end up selling on Marketplace. But this is my old computer. It has a Ryzen 7 5800X3D, a NZXT N7 B550 motherboard, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 360mm ID cooling liquid cooler that goes at the top. Got 2 40mm fans right there as intake, and then 1 120mm as exhaust, and then also 2 120mm Noctuas on the bottom, just pointing up at the graphics card. And bought a 3080 Ti Founders Edition, as you can see right here. Works very well and ended up benchmarking some games in 4K and got actually really good numbers on them. So it's a really good PC. I did end up listing it on Marketplace. Currently, I have it listed for $1,950. I'm hoping to maybe get like $1,800 for it. It's a little bit difficult to calculate because I bought all of these parts a year and a half, 2 years ago. They were a lot different back then, and I can't really find all of the receipts with all the stuff that I bought because some of them was from like Micro Center, such as the CPU and the RAM. So it's kind of a little bit off. So I'm not really going to count it towards my profit. I just want to let you guys know I did have this listed up. Hopefully looking to sell it just to get some extra money because it's just been sitting in my house for a while without being used at all because I have my new one. Then coming over here, looking at the parts, I don't think I have any extra parts besides a CPU that I just bought. I do have these 3 B550M DS3Hs for the Ryzen 5 3600s. I did get this 512 gig SSD at Micro Center. It was on sale for $30 and it was cheaper than any other 512. So I'm going to be probably putting that with a cheaper build, a Ryzen 5 1400 and maybe a 1060 or whatever, if I get a 1070, something like that. And the other thing I did buy is this Intel i5 12600K. The i5 12600KF, I bought it from a guy on my local marketplace and he literally sold it to me. He had it listed for $40 and I asked him if he could do 30 because of the drive, and he did. This is a very good purchase, like in general, a very good purchase. So this will be able to help me get a lot of profit on a PC build. This is a more high-end-ish build on par with the, I want to say 5800X. I'm pretty sure it's like better than 5600, which I have 2 over there. So I'm gonna have to pair this with maybe like a 3060, 3070. Hopefully I'll be able to include that with a PC build at some point in the future and end up getting a good amount of profit from some of that. So that is a really good deal.
5 hours later.
One extra thing as well is I got this Ryzen 5 2600 from AliExpress, and I actually got a few of them. Right now I only have one more left besides this one, but this one came with a broken pin, which was really weird. The one of the pins is just completely missing, and I plugged it into a B450 before. It was actually in that computer. I plugged it into that one before and tested it, and it just did not work at all. So I did contact the seller, and hopefully I'm gonna get a partial refund, or maybe be able to ship it back and get a full refund. So it kind of just depends, but I'm not too worried. I only spent like 28 bucks for it anyway, so I'm really hoping I can just get some sort of my money back. But now we're gonna talk about the two PCs that I flipped from the last episode. They were just the two that I sold, so I'm gonna just go over to you the total build cost, how much I sold it for, and the profit for each one, and also the total profit where we're at right now. So yeah, let's look at that. So looking at these two computers that I flipped, the first one we'll go over is the lower end one, which had a Ryzen 5 1400 and a GTX 1060 3GB. I did overspend a lot on this as I didn't really look for too many used parts. I just got a lot of the parts new on Amazon, besides the graphics card, which I got from eBay, the CPU, which I got from AliExpress. So the total build cost was $287.29. I only ended up selling it for $350 in cash, which leads to a total profit of $62.71. This is by far my lowest total profit made from a computer, but it was a pretty low end one. I do know now that basically I don't think I want to go any lower than a 1660 Super. Good learning lesson, still made a little bit of profit, not too bad at all. Looked pretty okay, had an Okinos Aqua. And then for the other PC build, as you can see here, I made a lot of profit on this one, which kind of makes up for the other PC build. It had a Ryzen 5 2600 and a GTX 1660 Super, and did have total 2 terabytes of storage. I had a 1 terabyte M.2 and a 1 terabyte just hard drive that I had laying around that I just threw in there. The total build cost was $316.20, which was a really good price. The main reason I got the good price for it was because I got that case for free, and all of that just added up to being a really cheap price that I ended up paying, which was really good. I ended up selling it for $560 in cash, which was a really good price for it. I'm glad I got that for it, which leads to a total profit of $243.80, which is by far the most I've made on a PC yet, which is really funny because it's not even like the highest end specs I've used. It's just the most I've made because I've spent so little on it, which is really awesome. So that's both of the PCs that I sold since the last episode. Not too many. I still have a few posted, like I said, which I'll go over more in the next episode, hopefully once they all sell. But currently, we're looking at a total profit of $1,325.22, which is very, very good. I believe at this point we've been doing this for around a month. Ended up making about $1,000 a month, which isn't terrible. I'm still looking to sell more, hopefully get some more GPUs from the same guy that I bought them from before, maybe some higher end ones, maybe 20 series, maybe even 30 series of RTX. So, but yeah, that is the total current profit that we are right now and the two PCs that I sold. Alright guys, but yeah, besides that, that is basically all for this video. I did say it was going to be a fairly short video. There wasn't a ton that has went on, and I've been pretty busy with a lot of my schoolwork recently, so I might end up skipping a few weeks here and there just to make sure the videos are maybe a little bit longer than this one, if it really matters to you guys. If not, if you guys are cool with maybe these shorter-ish videos, I can also try to do that. So just let me know down in the comments below which one you prefer. If you like me going more in-depth in the actual videos, or if you want me to kind of skim over what's been going on and show you guys just like the profit and the PCs that we've been flipping. But yeah guys, I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.